Alright, and welcome back. Got ourselves another game of Dota in this best of 3. EHOME versus King Gaming. King Gaming taking game 1 pretty convincingly. Now we go into game 2, see if EHOME can extend the series or if King Gaming move on to face Team Root in a best of 3 to decide who gets to go to Bucharest. So Magnus Undying picked up for EHOME while banning out Lone Druid, Sand King, Rubik, Naga. And then King Gaming, they've banned the Shadow Shaman, PA, Brew, and Monkey King while picking up the Centaur and the Shadow Demons. So save, some lockdown for King Gaming, some lockdown and some decay here, some lane pressure from EHOME. And, I mean, we'll have to see really how that works out. I'm not too sure about Undying, and I understand he is good with the lane pressure, but sometimes I feel like after all is said and done and the laning phase is over, he just does not really bloom into this amazing support. But it really does depend very situationally on to what goes on in this game. And now King Gaming, they've picked up a Faceless Void once again for Old Chicken. So Old Chicken on the Void, Old 11 on the Centaur, either Dark or Kaka on the Shadow Demon. And back to the Lion. So EHOME going back to the line with the Undying and the Magnus. They were trying for that nuke damage earlier. We'll have to see how that works. I'm definitely interested to see if they're going to be able to pull this off on EHOME with Lion once again, as well as the Magnus, because they picked up a TB and all of a sudden everything just kind of went downhill. It was EHOME just unable to really put it all together. The TB was getting a majority of the farm, and from there, it just seemed like there was nothing that EHOME could do because they had no supporting cast to the TB. And it did seem like their itemization was pretty poor as well. So we'll see what King Gaming want to do for their go at this 4th pick. You've got lockdown here with all 3 of your heroes so far. Wondering what their next support's going to be. And then they'll leave the mid for last. I mean, the Rubik, the Shadow Shaman are both gone, but the Dazzle is available if you want to go that direction. You've already got a save in the Shadow Demon Disruption, but you could go to the Shallow Grave, have Poison Touch, Bad Juju. Radiant's turn to pick. They go Witch Doctor. So not awful because it gives you more lockdown. The Maledict is there with the ulti. Everything that Witch Doctor has in his arsenal is pretty nice. And he's got some good lane sustain with his heal.
Seconds.
So we'll see what EHOME want to go to. As this is, not their last life if they lose. They go down to the lower bracket up against RNG, which I do think is a pretty difficult exchange for them. I don't know if I really predict EHOME to win that matchup. I think RNG are a strong team despite losing to Team Root. So it'll be interesting to see how EHOME attack this. And they go to the Ember, which I do like. Ember with the Empower, as well as having, you know, the mobility here.
Seconds.
So
Radiant's turn to ban.
We'll see how EHOME want to end this draft, as Medusa is banned by Keen Gaming.
Radiant's turn to pick.
King Gaming have been playing quite a bit. They were participating in the ESL qualifiers until they kind of GG'd out to play this in the last round before closed qualifiers.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
So let's see.
Dyer's turn to pick.
They go Phantom Lancer, not something you see too often. And now Leshrac, which is going to be here for E.
What?
So E on the Leshrac, Old Chicken on the Faceless Void, Cock on the Shadow Demon, Old 11 on the Centaur, leaving Dark to the Witch Doctor, Ego on the Phantom Lancer, which he does play quite a bit. ASD mid on the Ember Spirit, Jiang this time on the Lion, with Y on the Undying, and Faith Beyond on the Magnus. So last game it was Magnus mid. This time it's Magnus offlane for Faith Beyond. Again, everybody here on the side of King Gaming has lockdown. They have save potential. They have lockdown potential. Their team fight is really good with the Witch Doctor and the Faceless Void. They do have initiation with the Centaur Stampede before they get Blink Dagger on the Centaur, as well as Yule's possible on the Leshrac to get the pick-off potential. I like what Keen has drafted. I think it's a very good draft overall for Keen Gaming.
Prepare for battle.
As we're already getting the slideshow Dota, and I saw that coming when we got into this. I might have to restart Dota. I'll probably end up getting kicked from this, so we'll try and reload in just a moment. We'll see if it loads back first. We'll give it a chance. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not getting back in this, so let's reconnect.
Last, the battle
And everything seems good. We're good to go. Nice. Just needed a quick little reload. Just really wanted to make sure that it was gonna, you know, work. Thankfully it did. We'll take a look at these lanes. There's going to be ASD over mid. The block's coming in from Y, which is nice. He'll be up against E on the Lestrak, and then you've got Y on the Undying. So that leaves Jiang here with Faith Beyond in the off lane, up against Old Chicken as well as Dark. Have Cask available early. Earth Spike's a complete whiff. And then meanwhile, bottom, Old 11 up against Y and Ego. But he does have the help from Kaka, who's going to pull this creep wave all the way over and through. So he'll bring it all the way around. As creep wave goes under the tower, they'll try and pull it so it's no longer getting hit by the tower. Although Evan does have to be a little bit careful considering he's being hit by these decays, and the taunt might have come in a little bit too early because the decay could really wreak havoc on Old 11 real quick. But at least with the 8- strength, this will be a value salve. Decay comes out once again, but Y in a little bit of trouble. The disruption available in just a moment. That'll line up the hoof stomp. That comes through. The damage will be decent, but it won't be nearly enough. However, Ego out of mana with no mana regen. Take a look over at the Witch Doctor. Uses that Tango and now picks up the heal, so he'll be able to get himself back up to full health. For right now, things staying very even, but the cast comes through. Hexed up was Dark for a moment. Faith Beyond taking a lot of damage. The heal is here for Dark. One more shot, and there it is. Faith Beyond's first blood. They finally do lose Dark, as Jiang will get the kill. They trade one apiece. Old Chicken now with the cask, hoping for a bash. Can he find something? The Earth Spike comes through. Won't be able to grab it. Chicken just continuing to push. Or at least pressure this top lane. Meanwhile, Split Earth comes through. Again, he trying to find something onto this Ember. Forcing out the Flame Guard. Which is nice, because then you can find a little bit more harassment. Meanwhile, Undying, Y trying to run away. He does have double damage, but the Shadow Poison stacking up onto Y. Gets a Decay to land. The Shadow Poison only 3 stacks, so it won't do much in terms of damage, especially with it being only level 2. It's gone tune of the Retaliate, but it is the 1-1-2 build. Now we've got the Disruption with the Shadow Poison, and there it is with the double edge. I don't know what Y is doing moving up that quickly, but he will die. Again, King Gaming just doing serious work here, as they're already up 1,000 net worth just 5 minutes in. They're winning all these lanes and making sure that they're continuing to keep the pressure on. And I would say probably the only one that's really super close is this mid lane. Magnus doing a pretty good job, but he ended up dying over towards top a little bit earlier on, and that was the first blood, so... Stun, now going for a little bit of that mana drain, but the cast thrown out by Dark. Faith Beyond hitting 497 at the moment. It's over towards bottom. We take a look, and he's able to get that kill on the Y. It's another kill going the way of Keen Gaming. Got the Shrek getting a kill now. He's able to get the double null talisman, looking for treads into the Yule. So try to TP over towards top because they've lost the life of Dark. However, they'll trade at least one, and now they'll look for more. But they missed the split earth. They do not have level 6 on the Faceless Void, but the Skewer not available for the Magnus, so Faith Beyond still falls. Double kill there for Old Chicken with the rotation coming over from E. And then over bottom, Old 11, Sleight of Fist. He's able to get a kill of his own. So the mids rotate, but the double kill over top is more beneficial for King Gaming to continue to get farm here on Old Chicken. He's going to stay by because I believe they think they could get another kill. Cask into the Split Earth. This could be another one coming out for King Gaming if Faith Beyond's not careful.
Are Radiant using echolocation? Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
Stomp, double edge on the Y. The chase is on. Old 11 going past this tier 1 really deep towards the tier 2. Able to get the kill on the Y. Just continuing to dive with one bracer. He's got 1,300 health now going into the Vanguard. And then Kaka's going to make his way over mid because they're looking for the kill onto the Leshrac. But the disruption comes in. They've got Old Chicken with the Chronosphere, and there it is. But walking into the Chronosphere is E, and now they've got the Sleight of Fist. They'll get the kill onto the Leshrac. This is not well done by King Gaming, and honestly sloppy enough to the point where they're gonna lose the Leshrac. I don't know if you needed the rotation. You could have just left. But they tried to turn it instead. I don't really think it was necessary to go for the turn. While over top, Dark gets taken out here by Faith Beyond. That is not with RP, but that is with the rotation of ASD. So EHOME making a couple of kills go their way, and
Dire's top tower is about to take the
they've almost even up the game at 6, but still a 2,000 net worth lead overall for the side of King Gaming. In just about 10 minutes in, we'll switch it over to the net worth, and we see where those net worths lie. Top of the net worth is the Ember Spirit, but the next 3 are all King Gaming, with the Magnus a little bit further behind due to the fact that he did die a couple times over towards top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Interesting to see how Keen Gaming look to play this now that they've got Chronosphere coming back up. They've got Stampede ready, and now the Vanguard should be finished for the Centaur. And then he'll be going into the Blink Dagger. And let's see. Actually, he's not going to finish off the Vanguard just yet. They'll look for the Hoof Stomp. He misses it on the ASD, but the damage is there, forcing him away. And Old 11 might look to re-engage, but the Remnant is onto the high ground, so he's far enough out. And I think he stopped to make this Blink Dagger. He knows he wants the Blink initiation first. And with the Ring of Health, he's got enough regen at the moment. Stampede is used, Time Dilation comes out, the Split Earth will come through, and Jiang's dead on this Lion. They locked in the Magnus as well as the Lion, but they were only able to get a support. The Tombstone was dropped, and honestly, overall, not awful for Keen Gaming. I would like to see them do more with the Chronosphere, but for right now, he's only got 2 Wraith Bands.
Radiant's bottom tower has rung its last bell.
They are getting these kills. They are continuing to farm.
Radiant fortified their structures.
And Old 11, I mean, he hasn't really been bothered in this bottom lane. He's going for the Vanguard. He stops early, goes for the Blink Dagger. They'll have the Blink Hoof Stomp. They'll have the initiation.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
And then we'll see what they're able to do from there. And oh no! There was no reason to use that Shockwave. And I don't know if they get the kill there on the Void, but as I was saying, Centaur wasn't being bothered. He's still able to stay alive for now. On the run, Soul Rip comes through. Kaka's dead to Ego. The Earth Spike finally finds Old 11 to get the kill. Just short on that Blink Dagger, but meanwhile, Ego's dead to E. They find the Searing Chains coming through. Nice skewer into the RP, which he didn't use over top, and 4 kills for EHOME. And make it a full team wipe. EHOME saving it all there. And I was about to criticize how Faith Beyond over top here used the Shockwave instead of the RP to not get the kill on the Faceless Void. But having that RP is so crucial to taking that team fight. And Keen Gaming, now the game is even. So EHOME with a huge opportunity and a huge way to bring this game back.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Really nicely done.
Draw a line to Radiant's middle tower.
It's sinking, just like your.
And off that, they've got the Blink Dagger on the Centaur, so they want to make a move. They also have Chronosphere, so if they can find a fight their way, King Gaming could start to take the lead again, and oh boy, this could be it. Ego hit with the Hoof Stomp, and they do have Chronosphere if need be, but they're not even going to need it. They'll get the kill there. Dark's taken out to start. The Time Dilation comes out on 3 of these heroes. Now they look over at why the Mana Drain is coming out onto Old 11. The Searing Chains through onto the Lestrak. Old 11 turns and goes after, finds a stun on 2, and now they've got the Stampede. They've also taken out Y. This is exactly what they needed.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
Bringing it right back. Exactly what they needed there for King Gaming to extend their lead again. What once was 4,000, then to even, now to 3,000. Back over to 4,000. So that was the fight that they needed. And that's thanks to the Blink Dagger on Old 11. Finally finishes off that Vanguard, and you've got the Mask of Madness on the Faceless Void, who held the Chronosphere in that last engagement, which could be crucial if EHOME think they can go in again. Hex out as well as the stun. Looking for the kill on Akaka. He'll disrupt. Oh, Chronosphere comes out on only the Ember. Now they've got the ulti, but there's the RP coming through. I don't know if it's going to be enough from King Gaming. Nice skewer to follow that up. Nobody dead just yet. They'll finally find Kaka. He was the initial target, however. They'll take out ASD. That's a 6 times killing spree gone. E is next. Faith Beyond falls. Down goes Dark. 3 heroes down on King Gaming, but make it 4 for the side of EHOME. And now they've only got Ego. They'll take out Old Chicken. It's a 4 for 4. The Tombstone finally gone. Ego trying to get the kill on Old 11, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The double edge comes through into Ego, and now he's trying to turn. He doesn't have enough mana. If he wants to throw the Spirit Lance, but the double edge full team wipe here for King Gaming. Old 11 holds true and tanks through the damage that was coming in from that Phantom Lancer, and it's a full team wipe for Keen Gaming. Wow. So close to being a full team wipe for EHOME, but it goes the way of Keen Gaming. Ego did quite a bit, but still lacking a bit in terms of items.
Two-faced.
So still a 4,000 net worth lead. We'll have to see exactly how EHOME keep approaching this. It's 16-15, but a 5,000 net worth lead for King Gaming with Centaur so farmed. Going for the Lotus Orb next, then we take a look over the Faceless Void, going for the Battle Fury. Just a quick kill on to E. That finger, they get the kill. That brings the Lion up to 2 kills with the Finger of Death. Muted myself for a moment. Mom came in to bring me coffee, everybody. My mom's saving the cast right now with the coffee. Let's get a thanks, Mom, in the chat. Saving the day. Mama Cop. Getting that kill on the Shrek is, you know, big to slow down this BKB. And oh boy, Tombstone into the skewer, but the disruption is nice. Holding back the Magnus. Now the Blink Hoof Stomp coming in deep, but it's not going to find anybody. They'll use the Stampede. Dark. Ooh, nice split Earth to get the kill on a Faith Beyond before he's even able to get the RP off. They'll also take out the Lion. They look over at Y. The Tombstone Soul Rip, but how long will it survive? Not long afterwards. Old Chicken. Nice time dilation to slow down Y. They've got the rest of the team here. There's the split Earth. 3 more kills for King Gaming, losing nothing. $4,000 net worth lead still, with 3 kills happening over bottom. They stop the RP from happening with a nice disruption coming through. And then Dark had the cask ready to follow it up. And I know that Centaur had a bad Blink Hoof Stomp, but still, they were able to make it happen. As Old 11, absolutely a monster with how tanky he is, how hard he hits. So good. Leading the net worth and absolutely leading this King Gaming squad at the moment. Y takes out this Observer Ward over bottom. ASD's got the Maelstrom. He's working with the Empower, hitting for 193. Or 203. Bad math again. Old 11 looking to finish off that heart. Has the Lotus Orb, which is nice. Being a basic dispel in this game and being able to place it on his allies or even just on himself, and as well as the fact that it gives HP regen and mana regen. The mana regen's the best part for him to be able to throw out all these stuns if he needs to. Stun is a 13-second cooldown though, so you know it's like 1 or 2. But the mana regen is I would say the best part's the health regen. Never mind. Speaking stupid here, thinking he's got more to throw. Oh, perfect double damage here for ASD. Searing Chains comes in. There's the Lotus Orb. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If he gets hit with the Searing Chains, just a Lotus Orb. Easy. Basic dispel. Old Chicken with this Battle Fury going into the BKB. An ASD Sleight of Fist, but Old Chicken not phased and actually going to finish off this Crimson Guard. We move him pretty quickly here, looking for a Chrono. Not gonna find it. Sure the Chrono was even worth it anyway. It would have been onto the line. It's a kill, but at this point you want to hold the Chrono and be ready to fight, especially countering what EHOME is bringing to the table. You've got Phantom Lancer going for the heart, 3,800 gold saved up. He hasn't really been involved too much. And the one time we saw him get involved, he ended up dying, but you know, 6,000 net worth deficit isn't really that hard to overcome. Let's see how this fight goes on for EHOME. There's the decay, and you know, let's see what they're able to do. And oh, stun avoided with the disruption. Dark taken out by ASD. Looking over for Kaka. Not gonna find it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
EHOME again. Continuing to push and not really being too afraid of King Gaming despite the deficit.
Won't last long.
Nice stun. Two-man stun coming through, but Jiang is here. He's also got the Hex coming out onto the Centaur. No follow-up, but we take a look behind enemy lines. Y in a little bit of trouble, and Dark gets the kill. Nicely done there to team up and get that kill on the Undying. Throwing that ult. Immediately smoke up after that. Believe they've pinged out Ego over towards top, but we'll see if they even go for that. This is a 4-man smoke with a Shrek in tow. Blink over.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Let's see, ASD. Searing Chains coming in, and now they've got the disruption. Chronosphere being helped, but he's going to be hexed up. Let's see what Faceless Void is able to do. They'll already get the kill on ASD thanks to the Centaur. The Stampede comes through, slowing down this line. It's a double kill for Old 11. Ego. TP on cooldown, just has to hide in the trees.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
He was going to come back, but off that, King Gaming, they'll just look to take Roche.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long. high. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder. Roshan falls again.
There it is, Roche going down, and Aegis in the hands of E.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower. Radiant structures are fortified.
Still top of the net worth, though, is Old 11. He's finished off the Crimson Guard, going back for that heart. We'll have to see what he's able to do, but Ego on the high ground. Now they look over the blink. Hostime immediately getting the kill onto Y. Old Chicken thinks about engaging. Ego still sitting there. They've got this ward. They need to be careful. They don't even know that this Vision's here. They could be in so much trouble had Old Chicken decided to just go up and try and ult. But now the blink over, finding the Hex. That comes through on E, and he will lose that Aegis immediately. The buyback comes out, the RP through onto a couple. This could be a problem. There's the finger. They'll get the kill on the Dark as well as Old Chicken. Now the splitter at the BKB is going to be used here by E. Looking over, getting the kill on ASD. Ego needs to get away, but he'll doppelganger to the low ground. Hit with a disruption coming in from Kaka. Now the chase is on the 4-step to get him on the high ground, but the chase is continuing forward. Old 11 here with the rest of his team that is alive. They'll take out this Tombstone. And unable to follow up and get more. They lose this Aegis.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So still a 10,000 net worth lead now for King Gaming. Just continually extending their net worth lead. And we take a look. 10,000 here. 7,500 in terms of the experience. And then actually win probability, making it as close to a 50-50 as I thought it would be. Dark stun, skewer. With the Hex. No finger. No extra 50. But it's a kill there for the Lion, nonetheless, and Jiang will get credit for that one. Ooh. Hoof stomp, nice skewer, getting him away here from Y. Now they'll use the Stampede coming through. They've got the Tombstone down. They look over at Y, immediately getting the kill onto Jiang to follow it up. Let's see what this is able to become for the side of King Gaming as they've got Ego locked down. They'll get the kill. It's another kill for E. Now the Chronosphere's through onto Ember Spirit, and they'll get the kill there. 4 kills for King Gaming again. The only one surviving is Faith Beyond. King Gaming. Absolutely devastating EHOME once again.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And again, King Gaming just leading and charging all the way through.
Middle tower can't handle this.
Not really being stopped.
Just keeled over.
Radiant think fortification can save
Radiant's
them.
middle tower is under attack. In a storm.
Looking for the skewer there, and the disruption comes through. He moves in the skewer with the disruption. They'll get the tier 3 on the side of King Gaming. They'll also get the melee racks.
Getting what they
Radiant's
deserve.
middle barracks have fallen.
They must have trained under you, Kunga.
A tithe to the impurities.
King Gaming doing a very good job right now of just continuing to use their advantage constantly. They're up 18,000 net worth. I really do wonder if EHOME even have a feasible way back into this game. What does Dota Plus say? Still giving it a 42 to 58 chance? No, definitely not. Old 11 finally finishing off that heart. Still top of the net worth. This is a Centaur that's top of the net worth ahead of a Void that's got Battle Fury. Old 11 has continued to stretch the pace here for Old 11, keep the lead for King Gaming, and stabilize this team. I mean, the entire game, from the free lane he had over bottom to the team fights that started about 10 minutes in, he has absolutely nailed everything he's needed to do in these exchanges.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Take out this bottom shrine, King Gaming. Still pressuring the bottom lane here, led by Old 11.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire structures are fortified.
This is what I talked about. It just doesn't feel like the Undying does anything anymore. Like, his lane presence is nice, but really, other than that, it is not really too amazing. Blink, Hoof Stomp coming in and onto two of these heroes, and now they'll look for more. They'll get the kill on a Y. Tanking it up is the Centaur of Old 11, as he's pushed all the way back towards the tier 4s. There's the finger, and the Chronosphere on top of it all, with the BKB being popped by Old Chicken. The RP onto 2, but it's not going to be enough. Ego ends up dying. He'll buy back immediately. It's still 4 against 5. And you just bought back on your Phantom Lancer. No RP. What's it for? There's the Lotus Orb, stun on 2, hits the Lotus Orb once again. Ego trying to move in. Now they finally get the Hex here onto the Leshrac. The double edge comes down to the line, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill. The mana drain. But what are you doing? You get one shot here by the Centaur. That's it. You're dead. You're gone for 50 seconds. He hit your head. You split open and melt, and that's it. We'll take the bottom racks. And they're lucky. It'd be mega creeps if this tier 2 wasn't standing over top with minimal health.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Seems to be no let off this gas for the side of King Gaming. Centaur sitting here with the heart, with the Crimson Guard, and the Lotus Orb. He's seemingly unkillable. Shrek with the Bloodstone. He's doing so much work at the moment. I mean, what do you really do? Roche is back up if they really do want it. Aegis and Cheese. I'll take down the tier 2 tower.
I'll take that.
There they go into Roche. They'll slow it down, and they'll make sure that they can lock in this game, lock in this series, go on to face Team Root in the next best of 3, the winner's final for a spot at the Bucharest Minor. There will be someone going to the Bucharest Minor by the end of today, and we'll see who that is. King Gaming looking for an opportunity to play in that best of 3.
Your place is here.
they are continuing to pressure Faith Beyond in the trees. Nobody really sees this just yet. This is an all-out play for EHOME. They need to make it work. They need to find the 5-man RP. The Shadow Poison coming through. Here's the Shadow Blade used by Faith Beyond, but they're not really grouping up on the side of King Gaming. It's being led by the Centaur as well as the Leshrac, and now the Sun comes out with the Split Earth coming through. ASD gone. He's gone. There's the buyback on the backlines. They've got the RP. With the Skewer coming through into the finger, they'll get the kill on Old Chicken before he's even able to get the time walk off. The disruption comes through on the backlines. They'll also find the Tombstone, but this is not going as well as they would like for the side of EHOME as they lose Faith Beyond. He'll immediately buy back, and now the chase is on to get the kill onto Ego. They lose Y. Old 11, he just doesn't care. There's the Stampede, walks over the Lion, stays on top of him, punches him in the eye, and this is going horribly. They're inside your base, they're inside your home, and the Skewer, is that going to be enough here for the Centaur to die? He's got so much health. If he just walks out, he'll have the heart eventually, and he'll be able to go and continue to survive. It's Mega Creeps, and oh, somehow still alive. I'm back to full health. And there's the GG. Keen Gaming on the back of this Centaur of Old 11, who still won't die there. Absolutely dominate EHOME, and they will go on to face Team Root in the next best of 3. (35-21). Just dominating was King Gaming in these 2 games. So we take a look at the scoreboard overall. I mean, damage, it has to be Old 11 at the top at 31,000. 31,000 hero damage. I mean, that's just nuts. King Gaming absolutely demolishing. Moving on to the next best of 3 against Team Root. This is going to be a banger. We'll see who ends up going to the Bucharest Minor at the end of that best of 3 coming up next. I'm your caster Bkop, at Bkop92 on Twitter. And it's 7:30 in the morning, so I don't know if we have 30 minutes before start time. I don't know if they're going to run right into it. But 7:30 in the morning, I got my coffee. I'm good to go. I made a mistake in that last game with the Chronosphere being on cooldown. I think that was the only mistake I made, but hopefully you guys can forgive me. And I'll be better on the next one. And we'll be back with the next one in just a moment. So stay right there. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys for joining me. And I'll see you on the next series with King Gaming against Team Root. See you later.